Good morning all. As you can hear, it is raining, so it's warmed up significantly. It's washing away all the snow, but I had a rude awakening this morning at 6 a.m. The slat from my bed, the runner, it snapped, you can see. But it is really, really warped, so I'm wondering if it's something that's made the plastic go quite brittle. You can see how warped it is. So yeah, I had to get up, put my bed away at 6 this morning. All I did, it was this end. So I don't know if, but you'd think if the diesel heater melted, it'll melt along here, but it hasn't. It's done this side here. You can see where it's still there on the other side. So it's not to do with the diesel heater. I think the plastic's just old, but it is just plastic. There's no wood underneath it, so it hasn't really got a lot of support. Yeah, that was fun. So we're moving on today. I think we're headed down towards Millau. Now I know the farmers have been protesting on the A75 and they created some blockades, so we're waiting a little bit, hoping that the traffic people clear all those things up because it was shut yesterday. And we'll just have to see how we get on today because it's nearly 3-hour journey, so yeah, we'll just have to have a look. But yeah, I'm up and sort of ready to go. I'm hoping the rain's going to wash away some of the dirt off the van because even the windows are minging, look. And my window washers are going to work for the first time in days because they've been frozen solid for days on end. So let's get this van packed up and get ready to hit the road and away from Iswa. Iswa is lovely. It was very peaceful overnight, but the building in front of us here is a school. So a lot of the school kids were coming in early this morning. But I was up anyway because of my awakening by the bed breaking. Oh well. He's been for his walkies before the rain hit, so he's okay and nice and dry and warm. And I need a fuel station before I hit that big A road because I think we're on there for quite some time. I made it. That was one stressful drive. I've done no camera footage, no dash cam footage because the French farmers have put loads of blockades on the A75 like I told you this morning, and it looked like from Google Maps it just diverted you off once or twice. No, it diverted us off and we ended up on this D road, and then Google Maps took us up over this mountain road up a forest track. It was awful. We were going through buildings, like there was a brick building on this side, building on that side, and it was so narrow. It should have been one-way roads, but there was two-way traffic roads. A car came around the corner and I had to go into the verge, and my wheel was spinning. I thought I was going to get stuck. I had a bit of a cry. I got rather stressed, so I just stopped and had a cup of tea. But we're in Millau at the camping car park there. So I did have a camping car park card. I don't know what's happened to it. It seems to have disappeared. It'll be somewhere in my purse. I just think I was really rattled and I couldn't find it. But if you go on the app, on the camping car park app, if you remember, you can get an access code and you just type in your access code and the barrier lifts for you. So run electric is only 6 amps, so I'm charging my battery via my power bank. Steve's going to come over and have a look at this slat for me, see if he can fix it so I can have a bed tonight. But this camping car park, it's not the nicest one I've ever been on. I have to say I've been on a few and they've always been lovely and tidy and in really nice locations, but this one is proper scruffy. It doesn't look nothing like the pictures. I'm going to go for a walk into town in a little bit anyway, but it's so much warmer here. Let me tell you what the temperature is currently. So currently it's 9 degrees. That is so much warmer. I've just been out without a coat on, put my silver screen on, the van's minging. Look at the colour of the window at the back, you can barely see out of it, but yeah, look how scruffy this camping car park area is. It's just not, you can see that there's bins over there. It's just not looked after at all. Catherine's just said she had a look at some of the reviews and search for sites, I think, and it does say it's one of the scruffiest ones. There's a soup kitchen just over in that direction behind Steve and Catherine's van, where there's obviously feeding homeless people. That's really busy. When we turned down the road to come in, obviously Steve found it, so he was looking at the pictures and he was just a bit like, do we go in there? Do we not go in there? So he sat with his indicator on for about 2 minutes because it does not look nothing like the pictures. But we're in, we're plugged in. And I'm thinking tomorrow we are going to dart over to Spain. Today has just rattled me a little bit, and I've had a little bit enough of France because of the farmers. I realised they're protesting for a reason, but that was just ridiculous. It was so much of the A75 that they've blockaded, and they've created such a problem for people getting to work. There was people just all over the road not knowing where they were going. It was really, really bad. So I'll wait for Steve to come over and see if he can fix my bed. He's here. So he's ripping off this bit of plastic, which is the same as what's on this side here, and then I think going to manufacture something with this bit of wood so that the slats can run along that. I think that's his plan.
Handyman round.
Bob the Builder's here.
Bob the Builder.
So we're just seeing that that piece of wood that Steve brought around is exactly the right length to screw in there, which is.
We have got another piece. We're going to put that under there.
So yeah, that's a good length though.
Good length.
You can see where it's all been snapped off here, but it just looks like it's glued on, which is a bit rubbish.
Yeah, we're going to have to try and screw this.
Imagine if this had happened when I'd been on my own, what would I have done? I don't know what I would have done. I'd sleep on the sofa. Yeah, get rid of all my crap and slap up there. Oh, it's alright, Doug. It's so warm, I've got the door open. Yeah, it's mad. It's such a big difference, isn't it, compared to where we were this morning. Well, the road that we drove over was covered in snow as well. But yeah, that was not a fun drive. I did not enjoy that today. Not one bit. Where are you going now?
Trying to find some screws.
Oh, right, okay. He's good, isn't he? Bless him. I know everybody says he's mean to me and he takes the mick, but and he does, but that's just the kind of friendship that we've got. But if I'm ever in trouble, he will come and help me, bless him. It's because he doesn't have to. Because, you know, I can look after myself, but yeah, I don't know what I would have done about that. I would have just had to pull everything off there and sleep up there, I think, if I'd been on my own. But yeah, that will work. So that's probably what should happen. I'm sure on the Bailey we had plastic slats, but there was wood underneath to support them. I don't know. It's an old van in it, so they made it a little bit differently to newer vans. The Bailey was a 12 plate and this is 2003, so big difference in age really. Here's the remnants of what it was. And you can see how warped it is, look. It's obviously not been good for a while, but you can't really see when the cushions are down and you just pull in the slats. That should work.
It will work.
Can you screw me up a bit in while you're here? That I failed to fix.
Make sure that comes out.
Okay.
Then we'll find some more screws.
Let's have a look. Yay! It's obviously a bit stuck. That works. Okay, Jim has fixed it. So, I have a bed for tonight. Obviously it's not as smooth as it was because it's not plastic runners, but there we go, nice and solid. And it just need a bit of a shove to get it back in, but perfect. At least me and Doug have got somewhere to sleep tonight. I'm going to put the van back together and tidy up a little bit, and then I'm going to go for a little walk into town. I think actually I might get something to eat properly first because I got a little bit of stress, so I've just had a pan of chocolate and that's it. I should eat something proper really. This little thing was screwed into the side. I don't know what it's for, so I'm just going to drop that in my little box in the underneath, just in case I need it. I don't know what it is. I'm sad. I bought this bag back in Spain the last time I was over here. I love it. It's so pretty and so cute, and look, I knew it was starting to fall apart, but now there's got a hole in it, so it's kind of useless. Oh, hopefully I can get back to a market and find something similar. It's really pretty, I love it, but I have had a lot of use out of it. Oh well, I have to go to my little bee backpack with my little haggis my sister bought me, and yeah, wait till I get to Spain to buy another one of these. It was on a market near Benidorm, no, not the one in Benidorm, but a bit outside of it. I can't remember what it's called, but Spanish market. I'll find another one. So I'm just going to get ready to go out and go and have a little explore around Millau. Okay, I'm out. So there's a better view of the air Like I say, it's not the best camping car park I've ever been on in the past, but it'll do for a night, and then we can go to warmer climates tomorrow. It stopped raining, so I'm off out to go and have a look in Millau. So I've got my maps on, where it does say historic centre that way, 6 minutes. Where I'm going, the viewpoint is 16 minutes, so I've just got my map on to take me. Apparently it's in this direction. Let's not get run over and head off into Millau. So like I said, there's a soup kitchen right by the air. Obviously got a lot of poverty here. So there's a big queue for the people to go and get food, which is really quite sad. Yeah, it's getting more and more common everywhere, and it shouldn't happen really. People should never be hungry. It's not fair. You can actually see how warm it is by me just wearing my little green coat. It's mad. The difference in temperature compared to this morning is mental. We've came through the snowiest places, even when we got back on the A75, because obviously a lot of people hadn't been on it yet. It was really slippy, so we were going quite slow in the crawler lane for a while until it kind of sorted itself out. But that's a high road. Some of the hills, I was in fourth gear for a long time, so I filled up with diesel this morning and I'm down to 3/4 of a tank again, just because yeah, Daisy doesn't do the best on hills, bless her. So yeah, I was dropping down to fourth to try and get up the hills. So it is more than likely we will cross over into Spain tomorrow. We're only about 4 hours away, so it seems worth it making the drive in and just having some nicer weather, more clement weather, shall we say. And no more A75 blockages. That was just horrible. I wanted to press record on the GoPro on the dash, but I was too scared to take my hands off the steering wheel. Some of the places were so tight, like literally we were squeezing between buildings. How I didn't bash my van, I've got no idea. It must be a better driver than I thought it was. A lot of people will know Millau because of the viaduct, because it's a toll road that takes you over the valley on the A75, but I've never stopped here before, been through. We didn't do the toll road last time, we come up and around the wiggly roads. So I would like to go in. It's apparently quite historic. It's over 3,000 years old. So I'm going to go and have a look at the viewpoint near the river and tell you a little bit more about it. So here we are at the River Tarn. So back in Roman times, Millau was referred to as Condotomagus, which means confluence. It's a confluence of the two rivers, with the Tarn and the Dorby River. So basically it's where they both meet, and this is where the town was originally 3,000 years ago. It was situated up into the hills, and then it got gradually moved down onto the plateau down here. Confluence of the market, I think that's what it means, Condotomagus in Roman. But it's a beautiful place. Look how pretty it is. I think you can actually go walk down there by the river. Look how steep them steps look though. I ain't going down there. I might find some better ones. So there's a board here. None of it's in English. I'll have to do Google Translate just to have a quick look. But that's the geology of Millau. So you can see the river flowing through there. Let's have a look and see what it says. It's basically saying you've got ancient limestone and what else is it? Sometimes it translates from the camera, sometimes it doesn't. It's an old town with dense suburbs extending from the old town, residential area, and recent extensions are scattered across the hillsides. So originally the town would have been up on one of these hills, and then it's gradually moved down onto this limestone plateau, which is really interesting. So I'm not in the centre, I've just come down by the river to film. You can vaguely see the Millau viaduct just over there, not very well, but I'm gonna go over to this pretty bridge, take some pictures, and then I'm headed into town to have a look at the historical centre. It did become a very important craft centre during Roman times, and there are remnants of the Romans. They've done archaeological digs here and found pottery and things from Roman times, which is really quite interesting. There's a cormorant just down there swimming in the river. I can't believe how blue it looks. It's lovely, isn't it? This is the view I've seen on Google Maps that I came down here to see. Still very beautiful even in the winter. I'll go down by the river and take some pictures. It's really quite loud here. I think there was a weir or something. You can hear the water just dripping down over there. Must be a bit of a weir. You'll be able to see it from the other side of the river, but not this side. So I'm going to get my maps back up, head back into the centre. So from the camping car park, there are signs for the centre, but obviously I came off on my own little route to find the river, so I'm going to head back that way now, but I do need Google Maps. I think it was back up this way. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Millau fell into decline. It was still inhabited, and then obviously Christianity took a foothold, and it was built around the religious context of Christianity after that time. Here we go. Centre Historique, 5 minutes that way. Let's go this way. That was obviously the mayor of Millau from 1840 to 1914. A spider building up here, so I'll just come off. I think the centre is in this direction anyway. That's the way I'm headed. So this is the Portal del Castellas del Volta. So I don't think I need to go in that direction. Let's consult Google Maps because I am in the middle of the road. No, carry on up here apparently. So there's a 2.8 metre width restriction down here, so I'm presuming you can drive down here. So I've kept dodging in when I heard a car going past, but they've just been going down this road here. There's a nice looking church here, but there's lots of balaclavaed men going past on scooters and it's making me feel quite uneasy. They are all looking at me. So I'm headed towards the centre. They probably don't really care about me, but you know when you're on your own and it does make you feel a little bit funny. So I'm going to head into the city centre and away from here. So just in front you've got the Office of Tourism just there, and then this is the Tour de Buffy. So you can go all the way up to that tower apparently, and it gives you a really good look across the whole of Millau, which is really cool, isn't it? So there's another historic monument here. Ooh, just fell down a curb. Looks like there's another church over there. So this is just a little bit of history about the Beffroi. So it was built in around 1170 to legitimise his power over a newly acquired territory in the face of his rival, the Count Toulouse. The King Alfonso II of Aragon erected the tower in the centre of the city, and then in 1613 the city purchased it and crowned it with a bell apparently. That'll be 3 o'clock, I think, 3:30. I've come out quite late today for me. Pretty little place though, look in the city, in the centre. The outskirts are quite poor, and there's a lot of people hanging around. I'm not looking forward to walking back, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It is 3:30. So yeah, I've come out rather late for me today, but it took us so long to get here because of that diversion. It was horrible. I'm just going to head further into town here. Quite a few people out considering it's raining. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. There's some nice little shops. A stained glass window just there. So let's see what's out on this street. Rue de Barry. Oh, there's another church. Let's go and have a look at that. So in the height of late Middle Ages, Millau experienced a period of growth, and they become quite famous for their sheepskin. So they made leather gloves and things like that. There's still quite a lot of people selling leather gloves here. It must be like a testament to the old time sort of thing. It seems to be just this little street that's kind of the main bit for the historic part of Millau. And then obviously you've got the bridge and the viaduct and things like that. And the churches, but I didn't really want to hang around the churches. There's, like I said, there's a lot of men in groups just hanging around spaces like that. And with me being on my own, I don't really want to risk it. Like I said, they probably mean no harm, but it's making me on edge a little bit. So I'm just going to head back to the van, I think. So just below the tower, you've got the Hotel de Touriac, I think. It's basically split into two, and it was built in the 17th century. There's the remains of all the Christmas decorations just around here, obviously being all pulled down. I'm going to go and have a look at this building over here and then head back. This church is the Église St Martin, so I think there is a plaque just on the front of it I'm going to run over and have a look at just before I head back. So it was possibly the first church built in Millau. It's of medieval origin, built in the centre of town, and it's dedicated to St Martin, a former soldier who was elected Bishop of Tours in the 4th century. While it's considered the oldest in Millau, it remains particularly its canted apse suggests that it is contemporary with the Church of Notre Dame, dating from the 11th century, so they're not entirely sure. There's more of these guys hanging around, so I've headed away they're making me really, really nervous. They kind of look at you, and then once you look at them, they head in the opposite direction. Yeah, so let's head away from here, I think. It just doesn't feel very safe. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I'm quite jangled today or what, but I'm going to keep recording in case something does happen. One of them has just turned around and walked in the opposite direction after he saw me looking at him. I can look after myself, but I don't really want to have a confrontation unless I really have to. It is taking me back up past that church where I was before, but I think it's because I came in from the river. That's why I was headed automatically back to the river. So there's a few cars about, so I'm all right. I follow it. It says 12 minutes. I can run if necessary, can't I? I don't doubt myself that I could handle myself, but it's not a situation you want to get into, really. There he is again. It's really a good job I've headed away. It's proper started to rain now, and this coat is not waterproof. So I head back to the van, so I'm 10 minutes away apparently. Yeah, these streets are rather narrow. You don't fancy driving around here, would you? We came kind of around the town to get to the air. Where is Google taking me? I feel like it's leading me on a wild goose chase. Apparently I'm going on a big road now. Oh, I can see the river on my map. I'm not that far away. This is pretty cool, isn't it? I'm just stepping carefully because there's lots and lots of dog poop down this entry. I like that. But yeah, I've got to watch where I'm going. Feels a little bit less unfriendly, shall we say, now I'm away from the town. It had a proper weird vibe. I'm not sure I like it. Like I said, it could just be me, and people have probably been to Millau and really enjoyed it, but I liked it down by the river. I did not like it in the town centre, not one bit. I just got a weird feeling that something bad was going to happen. I don't know. Just in the distance through my very wet lens, you can see some of the dwellings on the hillside, and probably remnants of when the town was up there. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Nice, you have a nice view if you're up there. Maybe not today. So I'm just going into the air now, which is to the right of me. This in front is the soup kitchen. So they're obviously giving people food, which is quite sweet. Hello, little boy. Are you okay? He was all scrunched up like he's cold, so I've just put the diesel heater on. It is 17 degrees in here, believe it or not. This diesel heater has not been on since I got here, but I'm really hungry. I didn't eat before I went out, so I think I'm going to put my quiche in the oven, have some salad with some quiche. I know it's quite late for dinner, but I'm really hungry now. So yeah, don't think I'll come back to Millau, weirdly, because it was somewhere that I really looked like I wanted to visit, but yeah, it's wasn't the best choice of place to go, but you don't know until you come, do you? So it's nice to see the historical monuments, but not when you're feeling a little bit. I couldn't film anything because I was just constantly looking around me. So I didn't film a lot in Millau. It was nice down by the river, so I'd recommend if you come, you do that. But this camping car park is not very nice, and I didn't enjoy Millau. I was hoping I enjoyed my quiche and my salad. I've loved France, but this really gets my goat about Europe. So, you know, us in Britain get taxed to death about recycling and everything, and then they put that in a box, in a plastic bag, and then in another cardboard bit. Why do they need the plastic bag? Don't get it. There's so much plastic in France and Spain from memory. They just plastic in plastic in plastic, and in the UK we're teeny weeny and we're the ones get penalised for it. It just drives me insane. This afternoon's just going to be about chilling out, recharging everything, seeing as I'm on electric. Just got to be careful because it's only 6 amp. And just getting ready to move into Spain, I think tomorrow. I'll go over to theirs later and we'll discuss what we're doing. Obviously my little map, which I'll pop in now, of the motorhome driving to where we're going is not going to be the route that we took, because I have no idea where we went. It just went a bit bananas. So it'll just be the direct route to kind of show you on the map where we are at the moment. Like I said, about 3-4 hours away from Roses in Spain. So we're gonna get our heads down, find somewhere to stop tomorrow, and maybe set off early and get into Spain. I'm not saying I've not enjoyed France. I have enjoyed France, and up to now I've always felt safe walking about on my own in little towns and in the big towns as well. Millau didn't really feel that safe. Down by the river was lovely. I enjoyed that, and I thought I was going to really enjoy the centre, but I really didn't. I do wonder if it's because I'm already feeling a little bit antsy anyway, but there were a lot of men and groups of men just hanging around and watching people, and it made me feel really, really uneasy. I didn't like it. With the soup kitchen and everything, it does strike me as being quite poor, which is a shame, and it's sad, and it doesn't mean that they're going to rob me or anything, and I know that, and I don't judge books by the covers, but when there's groups of people, not just single people, it does make you wonder if there's something more. So yes, we'll just leave that there. Obviously we have to drive a route into Spain now, so we've got to figure that one out. Most of the snow's gone now from here, but up on the tops when we were driving there was a lot of snow. Okay, you can smell my quiche. So I'm feeling much better now from when I was ill. On and off I felt very, very tired and weak, but I just think whatever I had food poisoning, but I think I've come down with something on top of that, which is pretty typical for me round about near my birthday, isn't it? So yeah, this afternoon he goes down with a right thump, and he can get on and off the sofa. People have said I need a ramp for him or anything. He can do it. I don't think he can judge it very well because of his eyesight. He's quite agile, but you know, his eyesight lets him down a little bit. That's why I don't let him off the lead out. I'm not going to take him walking out here really, because it's not the best place. There is a green field over there. Maybe we'll go and investigate that if it stops raining, and if it's nice in the morning. God, I'm tired because I got rudely woken up at 6 o'clock this morning by my bed breaking, but hopefully tonight I'll have a better night's sleep. I'm really glad people have enjoyed my vlogs through France, and obviously we have to come back through France to get back to the UK, so we'll do some more stops on the way back, but this is most probably going to be the last one. Then we're headed into Spain and possibly Portugal, don't know, just see what takes our fancy. But for today like I said, I'm not doing anything else. I need a shower. I don't actually know where the water point is here. I think it must be where you come in. I'll have to go and investigate that, because it's just a car park basically. There's a little car park just over there with a height barrier as well. They've obviously put that in so people come on here and pay. Excuse me. I might have to have an afternoon nap. I'm just chilling. In the daytime I generally don't bother them or annoy them too much, because they've obviously got to get their filming done and I've got to get mine done, so we just tend to spend mostly the evenings together, which is really nice. And it's nice to be able to travel with people that you trust, and obviously have a Steve that can fix things that I've broken. I don't know if I broke it, because I lie head that way, but because the diesel heater's there so I can reach it easy. So my feet were this way, so all of the pressure wasn't on this side, and that's what makes me wonder if it was already just warped and kind of broken a little bit anyway. I don't know, but it's fixed now. Well, it's a temporary fix that'll probably be a permanent one. Whoops. I'm having one of them days where I'm just dropping everything. I'm surprised I've not dropped the camera yet. Dish is nearly ready, so time to get my salad ready. Obviously I don't buy full lettuces or anything because it's just me eating it. I did get some grated carrot as well. Do you like a bit of grated carrot? And I think I'll chop up one of these apples, and that can go on there too. I need my big knife though, so I swapped everything around. I put the big stuff up here, but I'm too short to see. I wonder if I can pull it out without dropping everything. Okay, where's that gone? Lost my big knife. I only have one. It's in there. Put it back where it used to live. Put my cuppa over there out of the way. So yeah, Millau. Let me know if you've been. Pop it in the comments if you've been and you enjoyed it. Maybe it's different in the summer. I don't know whether, because obviously the tourism would be a bit more booming in the summer. but maybe it was just me. I try not to really judge places if I can, but I just did not like it today. It was not for me. Didn't enjoy myself. Usually, you know me, I love looking around historical towns and I love reading the history. I'd already read a little bit of the history before I went out, sort of thing, but yeah, I was waiting to see the monuments. There's not that many of them, to be fair, so I didn't miss a lot, but I would have liked to have had a nose around a couple of the churches and stuff. I just didn't feel right doing so. I just wanted to come back here, so I don't know. Right, time to get my quiche out of the oven and get myself some food because I'm absolutely starving. Here he is, look, as soon as I got my food. So yeah, quiche, salad, a bit of apple. These were only €2 in the Carrefour. Really, really cheap. You won't eat apple? No, I don't think you will. I might eat a bit of the quiche though. I'm going to tuck him. I'll pick it back up when I'm not hungry. Every time I go on TikTok or YouTube at the moment, there's this advertisement for Tai Chi walking. I've never heard of it before. I've heard of Tai Chi, obviously, but Tai Chi walking, apparently this new fitness craze. Has anybody heard of it? It's just women doing weird things on the advert. I don't really know what it is. It's like literally every single time you switch it on, it's mad. And my little app that I use for the van, I use the free version, so that's why you want to get it on a little screen. I'm not paying for it. Not tight, but I'm using my money for travelling. So that's why the only reason that I get it on a little screen. But sometimes I have to wait and watch like 3 adverts before I can download the little video and pop it in. I'm going to keep doing it though because I quite like it. I think it's cute. I'm just finishing my cuppa and waiting for the water to heat so I can have a nice hot shower, and that's it. I'm gonna actually go out and have a mooch and find where the water and the Elsan is. I've washed my pots. He's shared my quiche. He's happy now. The van's toasty warm because obviously he was cold when I come in, so I put the diesel heater on for him for a bit, but now I'm really hot because I've had the oven on as well for my quiche. So it's a little bit hot in here. I need to pop that power bank on charge just while I'm looking at it and remembering to do stuff. So obviously once you're on, electric, it's best to get everything charged up and sorted. Done my battery. The battery was on 85%, but it took a while to charge. So obviously it dropped lower than that because it had not done a full charge, a full cycle. So now it has. I think other than that, I managed to dry all the stuff from yesterday, which was a right pain in the backside. But eventually it did all dry. Obviously because the diesel heater was running all night. It dries the air out quite a lot in a van. You will know if you've got one. So it did dry the towels and the bed and the blankets and everything. So that's why the blankets are back on. And it even dried my big blanket, which is really good. But hopefully I've not been needing that very shortly if we're heading into Spain. It's a lot warmer here today. So I think what the temperature is going to be overnight. I'm just going to have a look and let you know. My boiler's heating up nicely for my shower. I'm just washing my pots. So I did look at the weather. Apparently it's not going to get below 8 degrees here tonight. So it'll be nice and warm. It'll feel like tropical temperatures to us after the recent ones, won't it? I'm glad to be out of the cold. I'm really, really happy that I'm not cold. It has been getting me a little bit down. I don't like being cold. Everybody knows that. But it's just when it's constant, you have to wrap up just to go outside to take the dog for a wee, and you can hear power bank charging in the background. So we're definitely not stopping here another night because it's not the nicest of places with regards to the air. Convenient if you want to go into town or you want to walk by the river, but inconvenient for us because we needed electric and we needed somewhere to stop. But other than that, I won't come back. It's not somewhere I'll come back to. I've just been reading the reviews on Park for Night. There's lots and lots of people that are saying the electric posts are out of order. So my electric post, I'm just going to take a zoom and show you actually. Where I'm plugged in, I probably should have plugged in on the one nearest to me above Steve, but you cannot get it in there, so I've had to plug into the one next to it. So lots of people are saying that they're out of order, they don't work at all. Some of them are nearly falling over and nothing seems to be being done about it. And I think it ends up being €15 a night for me with the tourist tax and everything. So it's not the cheapest with just 6 amp electric. So yeah, it isn't somewhere I'll come back to. But it's got us far down and we can get into Spain tomorrow, which is a blessing, because looks like the weather is improving, which will be good. Maybe see some sunshine tomorrow. So I'm going to sign this video out. I will pick you up in the morning. Hopefully I'll get a better view of the viaduct. I'll take Doug for a little walkie, see if we can see it. It's just foggy today, you can barely see anything. It's not worth getting the drone out or anything. It's just completely, we came through such bad fog on the way here. So yeah, we'll see what we can see in the morning and figure out where we're going. I just tripped the electric. Won't charge my power bank and have my fridge on. Nope, it's back on again. Somebody's tripped the electric, it wasn't me. I think it might be the van behind me. That's weird. That's the first time that power bank's made a noise since it went funny. Normally doesn't beep. It's pulling in quite a lot of power. Anyway, get back on track, Suze. Yes, so I'll pick you up tomorrow when we figure out what we're doing. I'll say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the morning. See you later.